Gaslight me at my job. I will not always.
Years ago, I worked for a small non-profit with a genuinely good mission. The organization helped a lot of people, but the internal office environment was deeply toxic. I worked there for 6 months, and was subjected to constant gaslighting. Most of it was small, petty, day-to-day behavior, but the worst incident happened near the end of my time there. I made a mistake on something that was public-facing. I fully owned up to it and apologized sincerely. Realistically, they could have fired me for it, and perhaps they should have. Instead, I was told everything was fine, no further action was needed, and that I should simply be more careful going forward. I was surprised, but by that point they had gotten so far into my head that I decided to trust them and stay, believing I needed to prove myself. The very next day, my primary responsibility was quietly reassigned to someone else. When I asked about it, I was told everything was normal. When I asked if I would be getting new responsibilities, I was told no. I was instructed to continue doing my work, which now amounted to roughly half of what I had previously been responsible for. The following week, a coworker asked if I was attending the holiday party. I said no, explaining that I was contract to hire and had been told by my manager that the party was only for full-time salaried staff. 2 days later, I received an email from the chief executive officer's assistant, asking why they never received my response for the holiday party invitation. That meant my manager had lied. At that point, I no longer wanted to attend anyway, so I declined. The office closed for the holidays. Immediately after the new year, I returned to work as usual, and was quickly called into a meeting. I was informed that due to budget concerns, my position had been eliminated, and I was being laid off. I collected references from the few decent people there, packed my belongings, went home, and destroyed the company mug they had given me on my first day with a hammer. It was surprisingly cathartic. 6 weeks later, while updating my work history, I checked their website. They had hired a new employee with a job title that was suspiciously similar to mine and responsibilities that were effectively identical. By that point, I had emotionally detached and was enjoying unemployment, but I filed that memory away as confirmation of how poorly they had treated me. Several years later, I was well established at a much better company with an excellent reputation and genuinely good people. I enjoyed the organization so much that I volunteered for an internal committee, led by my friend Michael. The committee partnered with local organizations and nonprofits to support community improvement efforts. At one annual meeting, Michael suggested partnering with my former nonprofit. He mentioned that preliminary conversations had already taken place, and that the organization seemed like a strong fit. After the meeting, I asked Michael if we could speak privately. I explained everything that had happened to me at that nonprofit, without sparing details. Michael listened carefully. He also happened to hold a very senior role in human resources, which gave him a particular perspective on what that behavior likely indicated about the organization as a whole. After our conversation, Michael informed the nonprofit that we would not be moving forward with a partnership. He then added them to our company's internal blacklist. They do not know I was involved. They do not know that by treating me the way they did, they lost a massive opportunity. The last I heard, the nonprofit is struggling financially and organizationally. Meanwhile, I am being considered for a promotion. Living well truly is the best revenge.